Yep,
Roma
you were waiting
beckons,
for
Ezio.
it. Here it comes.
Let me know when you are ready
We
to
fight the
depart.
Pope.
To be fair, I mean, how can you screw that up though? Like the end of the game is you fight the Pope. I mean game of the year right there, right? I mean,
remember
like
that Assassin's Creed was made by a multicultural team of people from different faiths. So please don't be angry with us. And by the way, punch that Pope. Punch him hard.
Hey, I'm confirmed.
Pope-a-dope! Pope-a-dope!
So...
yeah, but you don't want to be confirmed Catholic.
There's nothing I can do. The Pope rejected my letter.
Go to the Vatican and punch him.
That's what you do. And you need to be watching this game more carefully. You need more punching in your Catholicism.
You know, I'm starting to think that the whole multicultural team thing was actually just that they had a team of racists, and like they would each take turns right. They would just like go around the table, round table writing it, like round robin style, and like one guy would like, and then it turns out that Islamic people were mean. Oh yeah, well the Pope is basically Hitler, and you have to punch him at the end of the second game.
To be fair, Pope Alexander VI was totally an asshole.
Most
I mean,
the reason Ezio was
like he and his family like tried to take over Italy, did a whole bunch of
the only
shit.
reason Ezio is the protagonist in the third game again is because they finally just all agreed to kick out the skinhead who wanted to make Hitler the protagonist of the third one.
Oh, there were two other guys here. I didn't even see those.
And what, are they upset about this? Explain to them that you're just here to punch the Pope.
Oh, well, okay, that doesn't come and misunderstand.
Can you
The
throw
Pope
him
punching
over
hours are
grab him?
actually 6 hours ago.
Probably.
Can you grab him by the... oh, never mind. I wonder if you could throw him over that ledge, but it looks a little high.
Swear to me!
Where do you think he's from? That could be our man.
Oh, quick, tear down. Oh, I thought that was a wanted poster.
So did I. I thought the same thing. On the stream, it looked like a wanted poster.
I'm on. Oh, I'm just gonna.
Come on, you know you want to hit me.
Okay, we lost.
So you
Mumbles.
can do
We
this
have lost Mumbles.
stealth-wise. You can do this as a stealth mission, but it's kind of dumb to do it that way.
Stupid.
There he is. That's you. As I land on him.
Ow.
That looked really
I'll
cool.
bet you that guy was wishing he just
Oh,
opted
God.
for the hug. See, if you'd taken the hug, you could have had a closed casket funeral there, buddy.
Yeah, super levitation powers.
Nice, and a twofer. I suppose that guy isn't going for it. Come on, you know you're gonna end up on the file.
So what Rutskarn said a minute ago about us losing Mumbles is that she has to go to work, which is because we're recording this really late, and for 5 hours before we started recording, I had been playing Assassin's Creed 2 on a different save file so that we could very quickly switch between not DLC and past the DLC. Didn't work out so well. I suppose I could take the blame here for not really, you know, planning this out, but I'm gonna blame Ubisoft instead for their terrible DLC.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh, the horse is gonna love that.
Oh, fuck. That was nice horse.
I'm sorry, you can't.
Yeah,
do that.
how
It
did they
still
even
looks-
get a horse up here?
We are accepting the premise that
Whoa,
Desmond's ancestor has not been fathered yet? No, I reject that. Because there's no way that that our testicles survived that plummet.
Oh, hey, we can just jump it.
Close the gates! Stop the intruder!
No.
Wow, that is an
Yes!
incredibly disciplined horse.
I was expecting the horse to jump like from the cart because I was like, I'm trained by Mirror's Edge to think that you're supposed to like run up those.
I know.
ramps there.
Okay, we're done abusing this horse. Let's just ditch it and move on. That was we were
Yeah, I
not
feel like you
nice
just
to
took that horse for a
horse.
joyride. Like you're gonna leave your math homework in there, and then Walter Subcheck is gonna show up and destroy your
Yes.
neighbor's
My
convertible.
camera!
Did you stab the horse?
I did!
Why did you stab your horse?
I didn't
Josh?
mean to!
Warning: Ezio did not assassinate horses. We didn't think this would come up, but Ezio didn't kill them either.
Desync warning. Ezio did not hurt Stallion.
Oh,
That, yeah. I don't think either of you won that fight. Really.
no. Hey,
both
what
have
the?
regret.
Oh,
Hey, you!
wait, the thing behind you. You missed the white thing behind you.
No, I
Come
stepped
on in
on-
here.
Oh, that was totally a twofer! Come on! Oh well, I got the guy in
Oh.
armor.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, it was a twofer, but the game wasn't impressed by how you just abandoned the hay. It's like, dude, we had a thing going, and then you just had to bail.
Oh,
Why, Rutskarn?
You cannot see it, but I am grinning.
You're not allowed to have revenge for my revenge from the last episode. I mean, come on.
No. See, the
Twofer.
thing about your puns is that they just go one after the other, but my puns, especially my hay puns,
I don't make
stack.
puns. Oh, what are you doing, Ezio? You're
Yeah,
you're
no,
a jackass.
Josh, I didn't deserve that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to needle ya.
Good God, this is the worst thing that ever happened. Oh, I didn't bring any smoke bombs with me. Son of a bitch.
That's a really awkward thing to forget.
What the fuck?
Can you
We seen
guys
some
can't
weird
wait to
jumps
see
there, but
That was crazy. That was a crazy jump.
Oh god, I just got up.
This one is coming.
What was that jump? That was a glitch in the Matrix.
the jump was a black cat.
Yeah. The jump was a continuity error.
Fuck you guys. I'm
Why
just
are
gonna
you just
kill
letting
with
them
a
take
sword.
turns hitting you?
I'm trying to get the counters. I've never gotten good at countering axes.
I think I've seen you launch like 2 successful counters, and I think both of them were required by the plot.
What are you talking about? I've been launching counters all the time. All those times when I managed to kill someone in the middle of combat just with the hidden blade, that was a counter move that was working.
Yeah,
I
you
just-
know,
I
I'm starting to
can't get the
maybe not
timing
having
right
played
on
this
the
game wasn't
axes.
such a good. Like, I'm not sure as the series goes on if not playing this game was a really smart idea or a really stupid one.
Having played through
I
Carnival,
liked it when I
envy
played it. At least until I played it again with the DLC, and then I didn't like it anymore.
Well, we're about to get super hung up on Space Pope Jesus, so maybe we should just like get our like Assassin's Creed 2 reflections out of the way now. Josh, how do you feel about this game right now?
I feel like I like the first game more now. I mean, I like the character of Ezio, but he has a character arc, but it kind of gets dragged, you know, really stretched out, and it isn't until like the very end where the arc actually starts to develop. It develops for the first like 3 or 4 memory sequences, and then it doesn't do anything until the very end.
You know, I sort of see
That-
that even just watching the game.
Yeah, it kind of bothers me that, I mean, Ezio is a better character in terms of you know, how he develops and his personality, as opposed to Altair, who I feel like with Altair they were trying too hard to make a protagonist that you could kind of just insert yourself into.
Well, I mean, that was
and
the whole
what they
idea,
ended
sort
up
of.
with was just a bland protagonist that that just, you know, didn't really do anything. And something that was sacrificed for the character thing is all the philosophy and the rationalizing of all the people you were killing. You know, the idea that assassins, you know, they only killed who they needed to kill. And all those conversations with Al Mualim. Ooh, I fucked that up. But hey. Oh, I was
You're much less
what?
involved in the mysticism than Ezio.
What? What?
Wait, what?
Detected,
What?
yeah. You were detected. He saw it coming. Apparently, you're not allowed to have him see it coming.
That's
Should be-
bullshit.
Yes, it's crap.
Okay,
What
we're
is
right
it with
here.
these giant lever-operated doors? I haven't been in the Vatican myself, and maybe they have these giant clockwork steam-powered doors, but did they, you know, not have doors that
Yeah,
just
this is the
open?
Sistine Chapel we're in right here.
Well, it's not accurate. There's nothing painted on the ceiling.
Yeah, guns. So, I'm
Oh,
gonna
why
give
did
you
you
a
do
spoiler.
that to begin with?
He's not dead.
I thought I was beyond
Yeah.
this.
Popes don't die.
We didn't punch him yet, so...
I've waited
Oh,
too
so
long.
now we haven't been
Lost too much.
detected.
I mean, the gameplay in Assassin's Creed 1 was very
I
repetitive.
don't think so.
Wow, nice to monologue there, Ezio, and miss your chance. The gameplay in Assassin's Creed 1 was very repetitive. You got an assassin mission, but you had to go and find information about the guy you were assassinating. Ooh, so that's what the papal staff does.
How is
Weren't
it to
there
resist?
guards here or something?
How is it you resist? Because we have the apple.
Bring me the apple.
This is
I'll get
really
it.
the coolest payoff of the whole game. We get to actually use the apple in combat.
Always the fighter, just like your father. Well, rejoice, my
Um,
child.
And it seems like
in
these days
Assassin's
everyone's
Creed
got a
1,
handheld apple.
You will give it to me.
you would always have to go and so now, yeah, so now we are Al Mualim in the boss fight of Assassin's Creed 1. In Assassin's Creed 1, you'd always have to go and do the same sort of like 4 missions to get this information about the guys you were assassinating. That got really repetitive.
Another thing coming.
So they kind of fixed it in this game, but it felt like instead of fixing it by you know, actually replacing it with interesting gameplay, they just kind of
Down, assassin.
threw in a whole bunch of like kind of pointless mini games and memory sequences that didn't really do anything more than to just draw out everything. What's up?
Gosh. What the Christ is going on?
So this is the power of, well, one of the apple's powers is the ability to create a bunch of duplicates.
Huh.
Did they just like did they like accidentally just that was the ending to their game destroyed in a fire and they had to use the story they had written for another game with different rules and mythos and tone?
Well, this was established at the end of Assassin's Creed 1.
Right to fear.
The final boss did what you're doing now. You had to fight a bunch of copies of him. Although, in that one, you weren't fighting a magical ninja pope with Gandalf's wizard staff and the ability to dodge even though he's an old man, and immunity to swords, and he can't be backstabbed, and...
I'll be honest, I knew this was gonna happen. This is way stupider than I thought this was gonna look.
Yeah, it looks ridiculous. I saw everybody saying, "Oh, you're gonna punch out an old man," and I thought, "Oh, it won't be that bad."
We're not even
No.
to
This
the
is-
punching out part.
Clever trick.
And this is ridiculous. Okay, well, since we're getting here, so Ezio spares this guy, which is about the most irritating thing to me. He is always been, he's this ridiculous non-assassin. The assassins are about, like Josh said, you kill one man to save 1,000. Ezio has killed 1,000 men so he could come here and spare this one. Like, why
it's
did
that
you
whole,
come
it's
here?
that
What-
whole, it's that whole hero's mercy thing. You know, I could kill you, but
Yeah.
killing you won't bring back the thousands of mooks I killed to come here for the chance to kill you.
No.
Check this
you will
bullshit
not
out.
take this from me.
It's finished, Rodrigo. Lay down your arms, and I will make sure the end comes swiftly.
Really, Ezio? And would you
Please
give
tell
up
me
so
that he's
easily
gonna
when
charge
you
at us
know
anyway,
how?
and he'll dodge like
Limit
a
break!
pit of acid or something.
Why don't we find out?
So now the papal staff lets him win somehow. I guess invisibility is one of the abilities of the papal staff, which, you know, would make Rodrigo Borgia the best assassin ever.
And now,
Yeah, it
to
would.
deal with you.
I would play a game where you play a pope and kill people. I don't care if it's developed by a multicultural team.
Oh no, he stabbed us. I'll
I
bet
guess we're
we'll
going
still
to
be
die.
worrying about this wound in the next 5 minutes.
This is real tense because I think we might live or die despite not having sired the ancestor.
Here's the real irony is, in the Battle of Forley DLC, which we skipped, you get stabbed in the exact same spot and you're out for months, and that's where you first get the beard. Find the secret
And-
passage. Use the Eagle Village.
Oh
vision.
my goodness.
Wait, did
This
they just
is
not
just
explain
silly.
that? Did they just,
Just
not
like,
explain
oh,
that?
he didn't make sure you were dead. He was just like, I'll stab him in the guts and walk away and
Dude's a
trust that
shit
he'll just
assassin.
die. I will
Well,
just
generally you'd
leave you-
expect when you stab someone in the abdomen, they're gonna die. You know, they're gonna bleed out. But I guess,
Well,
I mean,
sooner or
supposedly the explanation is that Ezio had Altair's unobtainium armor, except we didn't get that.
Damn you! Open!
Also, didn't he go
That's
through you?
Over, Rodrigo.
No, not really.
No more tricks.
Well, I was about to say that, like, there's a,
No more
there's
tricks,
a
no more
very
ancient weapons, toss
tangible
everything out.
difference between someone being stabbed, like, with the sword fatally, and someone just be, like, having a sword poked against their unbreakable metal, and, like, somebody should be able to tell
Yeah.
the difference between doing those
What
two
do you
things.
even want with the vault, Rodrigo?
Don't
And
you
it
know
comes
what
down to a
Peter
fist
was
fight
about?
at the end.
God.
So this really is a
fist
fist
fight.
fight. Holy shit, this is stupid.
You expect me to
You
believe
know,
that God
I
is
felt
beneath the
bad for
Vaticano?
not playing through this game for this.
Biological
Like, I
location,
quit at Carnival.
but
I
it
am
came
so
from the
glad
ground, don't you think?
I did not play for another
I see
4 hours
legends
so
and
that I could come to this festival of
Let's
ridiculousness.
say I was to believe.
You know, when people said fist fight, I thought that was just, like, hyperbole to make it sound dumber.
No,
Like, when
no,
people talk
this
about
is literally
fighting
a
a bear
fist
when they
fight.
actually just mean, like stabbing it.
Whatever
No,
was
you're
beyond
literally
the
fist
law
fighting the Pope.
won't be able to resist
And
it.
he
He
agreed
agreed
to
to
this.
it. He agreed to this instead of like, oh, you took off your weapons? Well, you know, I'm the bad guy, so now I'm just gonna kill you some more.
You think a couple of ancient
Halfway
relics
through, he
can
gets
harm
PO'd
me?
because he just
I
assumed
mean-
you were going to be adhering to Queensberry rules.
You take your image and creators from
And
The
it turns
dialogue
out-
here is interesting. You know, they're arguing about, like, philosophy and God and stuff, but it's just,
You dismiss the
it's
central text
it's
of your faith?
just rendered so moot when you're
I
fist
became
fighting the
because you gave
Pope.
me access.
You know, I'm no stranger to weird boss fights. Like, the boss for my last, like, campaign...
I mean, this isn't even a
like,
hard
my last
boss
role-playing
fight.
campaign
Just
was a
like
political
the other
debate,
distract.
and when their opponent lost, he shot himself. But this is stupid!
I kick the Pope. This means I am the winner,
Oh,
and I am right.
No, dude, don't kick the Pope! Don't kick
In the
the Pope!
junk.
What's wrong with you?
You kick the Pope in the junk.
Right in the papal fallacy!
So, my take on Assassin's Creed 2, lot of nice gameplay innovations, character of Ezio is more interesting, but it's undone by the much stupider, driven by set-piece mentality of the storytelling, and it's also undone by
I'm pressing the
terrible filler mechanics.
No, don't try to strangle him after the third time it doesn't work, Josh. Just keep punching him.
Ah, hey, there
Punch
we
him until
go.
his hat falls off.
And then he gets up. And then the floor.
Oh.
He gets up
So
again.
great, nice job. You guys are shitty at killing each other.
It's my destiny!
So this is the vault. The alien vault is under the Vatican, under the Sistine Chapel. And he thinks that he's the prophet, and he's got both of the papal staff and the apple, and it won't open for him.
You won't bring my
Look at this!
back.
Killing you won't bring my family back. The one guy who was responsible for everything that has been happening, really the only person you really needed to kill to end this all, to make everything fall apart, and all of the house of cards that this guy built up to just fall to pieces. And you won't kill him!
It won't bring my family back. I mean, killing you might save all the other people you will kill in the future, but screw those guys. I mean, if they want to kill you, they can come in here and murder thousands of guards and do it themselves.
So Ezio is the prophet.
So I'm offended by Ezio. I think he's morally bankrupt. He's a selfish, idiot child man who never understood. He was never in this for anything more than revenge. And as soon as it stopped feeling like revenge to him, he stopped doing it. Instead of actually being driven by a higher cause.
You are about to get your payback against Ezio and all of his stupid Mary Sue. Just watch.
I feel like I need to sit down with a really dedicated fan of this series for another half hour and have him just go over every detail just so I can fully understand how stupid this is.
Do you want to check on that sword rune? No? You're fine?
It was Minerva.
Minerva.
Before that, Merva and Mera. And on and on. The others too. Juno, who was before called Uni. Jupiter, who was before called
So
Theia.
the Greek gods were aliens or something? Or AIs? What's going on?
They were precursors to the human race.
No, not gods. We simply came before.
I mean, okay. Like I've read a lot of sci-fi shit. I could accept that on a
Like,
Star
they
Trek
were-
episode.
Advanced in time. Your minds were not.
They
What
were
does
a
God want with a
technologically
spaceship?
advanced.
Maybe never.
Yeah.
You
Why, hello
may
there,
not
fourth wall. You're looking
comprehend
rather
us,
thin today.
But you will comprehend our warning.
So
None of what you are saying makes sense.
They were a technologically advanced civilization of near human, humanoid type people
There's no one else here.
who inhabited the earth and I guess created or enslaved the human race.
I wish to speak with you.
Check this out. This weirded me out the first time I watched this.
You've played.
She is looking directly at the camera and telling Ezio, "No, I'm not talking
But
to you."
please be silent, that we may commune.
This is not a joke. She is breaking the fourth wall in
Maybe
universe.
she's talking to maybe she's talking to Desmond.
She is talking
When
to
we were still
Desmond.
flesh and our home still whole, your kind betrayed us.
Ezio is the prophet in that he has the memories that will go to
We were
Desmond.
strong, but you.
Ezio
This is
wasn't
kind-
even important.
Both of us. Craved.
okay, like
The only
listen.
thing that was important that Ezio did was watch this so Desmond could see it.
Okay, listen. Let me step back here. This is kind of rad. I mean, seriously, but it also doesn't work with this story.
But we built you in our own.
Yeah, coming after the fist fight with the old man, this is much diminished. I actually really like this reveal. I like what's going on right now. I like the idea that
Yeah.
she's planning all this in Ezio's head so that Desmond will hear it later. Pretty cool. Aliens with an agenda. I like it. Just after coming after Carnival and all that ridiculousness in Venice and the fist fight with the Pope, it's just
We are dying.
this
And time will work
this
against
finale
us.
shot itself in the foot.
Truth
This is a game that would have been served much better if it had been
misunderstood.
5 hours shorter than it is.
Yes.
I don't generally
I would
like
rather-
short stories in games, but this is a game where, you know, the story that they had was good, but they spread it out too much.
Yeah, I would have
Also-
dinged it for being too short a game, but I would have said, well, it was a good story. At least
You know
it's
what's a-
good.
Okay, you know what's a great game if you want to see, like, you know, people used as basically messengers where, like, they're around, they demonstrate something to a modern protagonist about, like, this greater weird mythos, and it just keeps kicking it around like that. You know what's a great game for that? Eternal Darkness. That really
have played.
handles this sort of multiple protagonists, like, you know, forward, flashback thing well, because it makes everything integrated, and it, you know, it just sort of, it brings in little bits of details and, like, lets them accumulate. But here's the important thing, it keeps it moving. It switches from protagonist to protagonist, like, long enough for you to get to know them, and, like, you know, even for you to sympathize with them, and, you know, it's actually really good at that. And then it makes them die horribly or something, but...
And that's
Wait, she
the
knows
real
his
tragedy
name?
of Ezio. Yes, she knows Desmond's name. That's the real tragedy of Ezio. He gets here expecting to have all his questions answered,
Fuck.
and the story isn't even about him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just got to...
Roll
Yeah,
credits.
were the writers worried that we were too stupid to understand she had to name Desmond? Oh, just in case you don't get it, I'm talking to Desmond.
There's only about 10 minutes until I get...
Just in case you're just completely thick.
Yeah.
All right, Sean, I need you and Rebecca to get everything in here packed
Oh
up
man,
and
I was
loaded
hoping that
into
was gonna be the
truck.
last
You
3
and I
words
will
of the
deal with
game.
tankers.
What, they're here?
Does Desmond just, like, say nothing but that for the next 5 minutes? Because that would be sweet.
Let's go.
Well, it turns out the Templars crashed the party.
That's okay, we're an assassin now, right, guys?
So I'm actually playing during the credits, which is interesting. So
So, what's the plan?
we talked about Assassin's Creed 1 versus Assassin's Creed 2.
Got company.
Josh, I love you.
The truck's just up ahead.
The finale, the credits. Ah!
I don't think anyone would say that
Mr. Mark,
the repeated
this is an unexpected
information gathering
pleasant
missions in
turn of
Assassin's Creed
events.
1 were
And here I thought I'd
good
have to waste
gameplay.
more men on you.
but at the same time
Save
losing them
the truck.
entirely
What do you
lost
want,
a
Vinny?
lot of the reason, like
you
a
to
lot of
come
the exposition about why we were
There's still
assassinating
so
these
much
people in the
work for
first
us
place
to
and
do
why
together.
we should
It's not
want to
happening,
assassinate
Warren.
them. I mean,
You
pick
continue to
any
disappoint
character in
in
this
every
game that wasn't
conceivable
directly
way
involved
instead.
in your father's murder.
I
Why did we
saved
assassinate
your
him?
life once. Do you remember? And this
I mean, unless
how
you
repay
go
me?
and
You
read the
saved me
database
so you
entries
could
about
keep
him,
experimenting
you don't have it. I mean, you
destroying
kind of
their
have it a
lives.
little bit. Oh, that
For
guy
what?
murdered the Doge,
This
but
tired
you know, why did he
argument
do
again.
that?
As I recall,
Why were they
you
trying to
were there,
install their
at my
own
side,
Doge?
every step of the way.
You know,
their blood is on your hands.
there's
just
only
as
like
much
2
as
or
mine.
3 of the
You
characters
need
that you
to stop.
kill that have like very clear set motives and goals for what they're doing. So now we're fighting the real world, and I guess they don't have guns. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, they sent mooks with poles. Like, why didn't you just send some dudes with guns? Why did you send Vidic? Did you think you were gonna talk your way through this?
I like how good they are at carrying their hidden blade.
No.
I like how bad you are.
I fenced for a long time. I couldn't do that shit. If you just flesh them with their like hidden blades,
Oh!
there's nothing they can do
Desmond
about
kills
that.
his first human being. This must be a big moment. Ah, screw it.
No, he's already killed like millions in his
These
head.
things look like
he's
fishing
basically
poles.
a virtual Jeffrey Dahmer.
Well, he's inherited Ezio's ability to. So check this out. Vidic's right here, but we can't climb the truck to go get him.
Oh,
Oh
come
yeah,
on.
that's right.
That would be
That
soft.
would require like putting our arms on that thing and pulling our body weight up.
Is this necessary?
Once again, oh, I'm not going to kill the boss that's the source of all the problem. I'll just slaughter armies of mooks who probably think that they're doing the right thing and are just, you know, have probably been misled. But the person at the top who's responsible for it, no, he gets to live another day.
This is exactly what's wrong with America.
So we're not killing enough people, and we're...
Uh-oh, Doc. Looks like it's just you and me now.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
don't read anything that's there.
Temporary as it is.
We're not killing enough old men, at
We
least.
have to go!
So that's really, I mean, that's it.
And he drives
What?
away.
No, come on!
Hurry, Desmond, we need to
He was
go.
right there!
You'll have your turn, Desmond.
You like, the truck wasn't even accelerating that fast. Even like, if he, after he'd said that, you had started
So what
moving,
now?
you could have gotten
Where are
up
we
to him.
There's a cabin.
I know.
We should be safe there.
So once again, lazy contrivances.
I have
Like,
to analyze
you
this
could have
case
set
for
things
session.
up so that we
Figure
couldn't
out
get to
what's happening.
Vidic. But instead, you just had him up over a chest-high wall,
Long drive ahead of us.
and without any explanation for why we couldn't get up
But I got
there.
some questions.
Just
It's like an episode of One
lazy.
Piece.
In the vault.
It's like
What
an
you saw
episode of
proves
One Piece.
Everything I was afraid of. The Templars aren't our biggest threat. Not by a long shot.
So what, the sun is?
Oh yeah,
What are you
the
gonna do, cook
end
the earth?
reveal here is that
I don't know.
the reason the aliens
There's been some
died out is
speculation that the
because
Earth's
of some
magnetic
kind of
field is
solar
weak. A
activity
sufficiently strong flare could
um,
flip the poles and cause a geomagnetic
that,
reversal.
you
It's
know,
all
I guess a
theoretical,
giant
but
solar
if it
flare
happens, the planet
that
could
wiped
become
them out,
geologically
and it
unstable.
could happen again.
Very unstable.
It's meant to be the stuff of pseudoscience. but
Okay.
clearly something catastrophic.
So we're just getting
And-
Star Trek
yeah.
original series in here.
Yeah.
Was that name Minerva, was it?
Ultimately, in the end, I think Assassin's Creed 2
We're fucked.
improved on the gameplay of Assassin's Creed 1, made it way better, and had more interesting protagonists in that the protagonist actually had personality and arc, conflict, that kind of thing.
Get started.
But ultimately, I think Assassin's Creed 1 was a better game because of the way that Altair was handled, and despite being a blank slate with almost no personality, he discussed the reason and the motivation for being an assassin. I mean, that's almost completely missing in this whole game.
Well, Ezio never really was an assassin. He was just
I know.
an asshole who killed people.
We've
At
got
the
a
end,
little
he
bit
proved he
about it,
wasn't
but
an assassin.
yeah.
At least he's not a mercenary.
Plus this
Whoa.
plus this game did flesh out Altair's personality quite a bit in terms of the codex pages. You can read his journal basically.
Plus, there's all kinds of Florentine cleavage all up in this business. I'm sorry, I'm tired of this game. Let's do a new one. What are you guys thinking? We finally gonna do Barbie Horse Adventures?
I think we should do Brotherhood right now. Let's start.
Yeah, let's do it. Let me
think I
hook up
should-
my TV
I think I should
cable.
find some sketch-ass YouTube video that shows you how to make a hidden blade out of like a drawer slide and a Ginsu knife.
Make a Lego
or
hidden
some-
blade.
And then I should show up at your house and I should show up at your house, murder your whole family with it, and then refuse to kill you. Because that would be wrong.
Wow, look at all the testers. That is a massive list of testers. Compare that to Obsidian's testers.
Yeah, really, look at that. That's crazy.
And this game had a lot less freedom and a lot less stuff to test.
I would say it's interesting how these two games work together. Assassin's Creed 1, I think, introduced a lot of excellent mechanics. Didn't quite succeed on all fronts, but it was a generally good game. The second one suffered from the problems we mentioned before, but it sounds like Brotherhood is when they brought both sides together. The kind of the story and tone of, or no, but they've abandoned the tone of one, from what it sounds.
Yeah,
like
they
Brotherhood,
have, and the
but
problem
it's
with
less
Brotherhood
repetitive.
is that it doesn't seem like there was anything more to do with the Ezio character. The fact that he spares Borgia at the end comes back to bite him in the ass hard. But it seemed like his arc kind of ended after he was revealed as the prophet and opened the vault and everything. It seemed like that was it, and I'm kind of upset with the fact that we now have 3 Ezio games, all set in, Renaissance Italy, and the last one set in Constantinople. But they're all in generally the same time period, and it feels like they kind of squandered the potential for this franchise to just go all over the place. Medieval Japan, the French Revolution, just anywhere in history that you wanted to, you could have stuff like this going on. And it seems like they found a character that they liked and that other people liked, and that
they just
kind of
decided to
hit a
milk
chord,
it.
and they just ran with that. And according to Ubisoft, the next game will end Desmond's saga, which means not necessarily the end of the Assassin's Creed franchise, but the end of this storyline. It will be set sometime other than this, but it feels like
there were a lot
I don't know,
more
like they wasted
visited.
so much time on this, and I wonder what if they had gone for something else. If instead of 5 games total with 3 set in Renaissance Italy, we had a game set in 1 game set in Renaissance Italy and 1 game set during the Crusades, and then a French Revolution, maybe even medieval Japan, Roman era,
World War II. World War II British spy or something like that. You could have a lot of fun with
work. That could be cool.
Changing
World
the
War
course of World
I
War II.
German spy. I don't know.
Yeah, there was a lot they could have done, and it
probably not. Remember, they kicked the skinhead off the team.
All right, so that's the game.
You know what
I'm
I want?
done.
I want a game where we play an auditore in future Seattle, where you gotta deck in with your cyberware. It could be an elf or something. I'm sorry, I'm kind of late.
A cyberpunk elf in Seattle.
I really like Shadowrun. Okay?
That's the best you can come up with.
That's the best Fossa could come up with. And that's no small thing.